This is the Sim Pit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, and welcome to today's edition of the Pit Stop. And forgive the late start, 7 minutes late. And for some reason, it wasn't connecting to YouTube. It was going live on Twitch. In the end, I just kept trying, then all of a sudden it worked. So I'm not sure what was there. I think it's just a coincidence that we're having technical difficulties after having technical difficulties. But here we are, ready to do the news. Happy hump day to all you guys out there. I'm wearing a very cool special shirt here today. Oh, I meant to pull up those pictures. You guys have to bear with me. I am wearing a Billy Strange Racing t-shirt. Billy Strange sent me one. You know, you want to know when you're the real deal in the racing world? When you have your own t-shirt, when you have your own hero cards, when you have your own stickers. You know, I might have the Sim Pit, but it doesn't say Sean Cole on it. And I might have been a kart racer back in the day, but I didn't have my own hero cards. So very quickly, let me just show you guys. Bring that up right here. This is the shirt that I am wearing. Oh, I gotta take down my graphic. There we go. That is the back side of the Billy Strange t-shirt, and you guys are seeing the front side right there. So, Billy, thank you very much for sending that to me. I totally love it. I'll wear it with pride, and I sent you some Sim Pit shirt as well. So, what is... Oh, and before I even get to the news, I want to shout out Franco. Severiano Espinoza, Franco! Congratulations, I hear you got a big promotion. So you are moving on up in the world. I foresee an OSW in your future. I don't know. I think you have kids. I doubt you get that freedom. But congratulations on that, and good luck. Better late than never. Yes, awesome shirt, I agree. Talking of stickers, John, please tell me you got your stickers. I think I've sent you multiple sets. Anyway, there you go. So what's going on? Let's get to the sim racing news. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. Happy hump day to everybody. Middle of the week. Forza Motorsport, we talked about their mixer yesterday. So if you want to, here's a big shot of the map in winter. So it looks like the map will actually change. It's not just a static map like Google Maps, for example, doesn't show winter or summer. It just shows the day they took the picture. Looks like Forza Horizon, the winter season map is going to look something like this. Don't know if this is the final version or not, but John, I'll send you another set. Let me write myself a note. But yes, I've sent you 2 sets if I'm not mistaken. Maybe we need to triple check your address. There is a video also, so I'm at the Forza Motorsport Twitter page. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but the video of the actual live stream. So, you know, they're talking to the developers, they're showing off gameplay, they're talking about interface and a bunch of different things in that video. Yeah, anytime there's any question or doubt, if you think that I didn't get back to you on something, feel free, don't be shy, send me another email. I would much rather that you sent me another email than me not get back to you on anything or everything. I really do mean that, you guys. So there's my email, sean@simpit.com. So that's what's coming out of the Forza camp. Heading over to Project Cars. You know, we talk about the ACR leagues, they call them. And I guess they are reaching out and expanding, which is good news for drivers in USA, Australia, and New Zealand. But there's a whole write-up, so I found this at the Project Cars Twitter feed. And basically, it's going on to say they're expanding those. If you want to get involved, you're going to want to join the ACR Discord server. In this case, they mean the Actual Vision Community Racing, not Avid Chronic Racing. But you can join their Discord, and you can contact the organizer at DM Actual Vision at this Twitter link here. But yeah, if you're looking for a good place to run highly competitive levels of Project Cars 2, you're probably going to want to get in on that, and that's good news for USA and Australia and New Zealand. Formula 1, I've been talking about how they really upped the game, and I haven't played it, I haven't seen it, I haven't even watched this video, to be perfectly honest with you. But the Formula 1 game is talking about the new career mode and development system, and there are a couple of different videos right now that you can check out at F1 2018, as we're getting very close. We are, what, 24th in August, so we are inside of 1 month till the release of the title. Someone else I should be contacting, and I'm very behind on. Yes, we did run some highly competitive Project Cars 2 last night. That was a lot of fun. and it was streamed right here on this channel. Speaking of which, I meant to do a little disclaimer. If you're watching this video right now and you're on the main SimPit channel, you are actually watching a replay of this. You're not watching the live version. We are moving all live content to the SimPit Crew channel on YouTube. I have the link in the description of the show down here. I'll keep warning you guys for about a week, but then it'll just be live show, fun show. No, they're both fun. Live show over here, edited show over there. That'll be our format moving forward. Yeah, we had a really good time. That was a great run last night. I'm just going to remind it, Seto retweeted the Blanc Pains video. So this is the official video from Blanc Pain, not from Assetto Corsa. But don't forget, they're going to be at Spa this weekend for the 24-hour event. It sounds like, from what I've heard, this is going to be their biggest demonstration yet, in terms of they're doing a little more than just having a rig there. And it should be a lot of fun. I'm jealous. I'd like to go to Spa. I'd like to go watch this race and hang out with everybody at the Assetto Corsa booth there. Codemaster is also posting a link talking about the grid update. So there's, not update, I'm sorry. The iOS version of Grid Autosport has sold 100,000 units. So if anybody ever wants to do math, just to get an idea how much these companies potentially, because just because you make it doesn't mean they'll buy it, but potentially could make, do the math on 100,000 units sold in a 7-month span of time. But congratulations them on 100,000. Here's the update. The Crew 2 has planned maintenance to deploy patch 1.0.3, and it's beginning on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And we do have the patch notes. So I found this at the Crew 2 Twitter's page, of course. And the link will take you to the full write-up at Ubisoft's site for the Crew 2. But full patch notes on everything. You know, just an example. Fixed co-op scoring. Several cases of icon levels missing, etc. Game freeze when driving Thrustmaster T500 has been fixed. So a variety of fixes to the Crew 2 that are out today. Hey, Mitchie Hoyer. Welcome everybody here in the channel. Thank you for being here today. Lots going on at Fanatic. We had that watch party video. Then they had their second video, which was very clear as to the pricing and structure of everything. And then just one more post at the Fanatic site. But it is now available for pre-order in all regions. €999.95. Including tax, excluding tax. Oh, and in dollars, it's just excluding taxed. Aussie pricing as well, and their auction, which is going to start at $1, is going to happen as well. You can find out the details of the auction on their blog, and like I said, if you're a Fanatic fan and you don't know about the blog, go to the Fanatic website. Can we go there? Let's go to Fanatic website. Let's do this together real quick because I want you guys to know. I mean, this is the best place to find new information on Fanatic. But, let's see here. Community. You click on Community at their website. And that will take you to the blog. That's the video I was talking about that came out the other day with a little more clarification on things. And then here's the article talking about how, exactly how the auction system is being done. Michael, yes, the iRacing Pickup Truck Series is starting this Friday. I've been alluding to that. I am sending out an email. I have 2 people. I can't remember who, and you could have been one of them. Forgive me. I haven't pulled that together. Today, I'm trying to pull that together. We are running Pocono at 6 o'clock. Anybody on the patron group gets first priority. Anybody from the general public, as long as you've emailed me and told me you want to be in the series, I will put you on the list and give you the password for the 6 o'clock. We will follow the iRacing schedule. So right now, this week, they're running Pocono. So you can use any of the iRacing practice rooms, but you're going to need to join our hosted race on Friday night at 6 o'clock. I'll be streaming the race live as well. That starts this Friday. So plenty of time to get out there and do some practice. You got 2.5 full days to practice, and the race on 6 o'clock. This is the new one. Yes, this is the new truck, the new Pocono. This is the official iRacing series. Fixed setups for the 6 weeks that we're going to be doing. 6 weeks left in their regular series. FA Racing, Arlene Mallet. That's it. Another world record. That makes 6 in a row. I mean, you know, it's not that easy to be the best of the best in any sim, including Forza, but 6 world records in a row. congratulations to him and FA Logitech continuing to just kick ass and do well. Stop the show. Thrustmasters, this is not driving sim related, it's flight sim related, but the virtual T-Birds, Thunderbirds, for those who don't know, went head-to-head this afternoon in their booth at Oshkosh. Oshkosh being a huge flight show here in America. Anyway, in round 1, Tailhook took down Arrow in glorious fashion. Tomorrow, round 2, and Arrow is getting angry. So they're just having some fun, and I'd love to see the best of the best flight guys go head-to-head, just like I want to see the best of the best sim guys go head-to-head. Viking Elite, absolutely right. Thank you so much. Everyone, please subscribe to this channel. This is where you're going to find all of our live shows, whether you're talking about news, the pit stop that we're doing right now, whether you're talking about all of our live streams or anything random that we throw out. Yeah, Billy, you missed it. You missed it. We showed off your shirt. I even had a picture of the back ready to go. Thank you. I showed your stickers, and I talked about, and your hero cards, and I talked about how, talking about being the real deal, but like, I was a Carter. I didn't have hero cards. I didn't have a t-shirt. Anyway, thank you, Billy. Thank you for sending those over. Rick Motec, look at this. Look at all these little mini controllers. Now, thanks to the little diagram, we can probably figure out what this is intended to be, because that sure looks like a button box hub, we'll call it, and that looks like the chip to go in the hub, and possibly just trying to figure out where to fit that little chip inside of the hub. But new things coming out of Rick Motec, and no surprise, because they make some nice wheels to add on to an OSW or any kind of open source wheel or direct drive wheel that doesn't necessarily come with a wheel. Nothing to do with sim racing, and I'm not going to play it because I'll get banned. I think I already got banned once for doing it, but Ken Block apparently like royally wrecked one of his rally cars, and the thing burned up in flames even. So here, quick, there's the crash. I don't want to show too much. They'll pull me. I'll get a violation. Anyway, it went on fire and the whole works. So this is actually posted by Ken Block on Facebook if you want to see the full thing in your leisure and not get banned. A couple stories I'm going to rifle through a little bit here now. Whoops, went too far. I've gone too far, you guys. Just an article talking about the booming of esport. Another article talking about how we're going to make our way into the Olympics as an esport. Well, esport's going to make its way into the Olympics. Yes, Stick, they are announcing release date and the early access date as well. So those are two announcements that we will find out about at that show. Yes, 2 seconds. Yeah, wasted, I agree, except for right now, until the dust has settled, not only from my infraction, but from YouTube's policy. I expect them to iron this out and make it a little more clear what the can and cannot, and what will and won't. I don't even trust them at this point, so I'm just going to be a little overly protective for a little while. That's okay, though. Because I really want you guys to go see the video. Instead of watching my version, you should, if it's something you're inspired, something you want to see, I'm trying to tell you where you can find it for yourself, whether it be an article, a video, or anything out there. That way the people who did it get the proper credit. And to be fair, I don't want people using my channel or videos that way, so in return, I have to be just as respectful. Anyway, they're questioning, should you get a gold medal for playing a video game? And, you know, as much as I'm a lifetime gamer, I still don't know how I feel about the whole gold medal in the Olympics for playing a game. And I don't know if I care what game it is. I don't know if playing games is Olympic gold medal worthy. What are your guys' thought? I mean, you're all gamers. You're all sim racers. And is there a difference? Like, if it was sim racing we were talking about, would you have a different opinion than you would with Call of Duty? You know, auto racing isn't in the Olympics. There are a lot of sports not in the Olympics. There are a lot of activities not in the Olympics. Why should esport get the you know, next line in? And isn't the whole thing with Olympics that the country that invented the sport doesn't it have to introduce the sport into the Olympics? Isn't that like one of the deals? I'm not sure. But anyway, I love your guys' thoughts on that. Logitech. This is actually kind of cool. When I think of VR and things that I don't like about VR, and I do like VR, but there are things that I don't. One of the things is not being able to interact with my keyboard, my button box, and things like that. Yeah, exactly. Create your own. Yeah, extra special Olympics, Spatial says. Here is, and if I just click through it, I'm only playing images, not playing the video. But Logitech announces the bridge for SDK for, whoops, what the hell happened there? The SDK for the HTC Vive and the Vive Tracker. But this is actually going to let you, look at this, look at this. She is seeing her keyboard as she types. She's seeing it virtually. They had a shot of it, right? Where was it? That was a virtual keyboard. So we are getting closer and closer to getting some of the things that we need for VR to get to that next level. Don't think golds for games makes sense. I agree, Brandon. No esport for Olympics. I agree. They bork everything. Agreed. Chariot racing, not sure about that. Thawman, well, I'm guessing the country that introduced curling to the Olympics, you know, it was their national sport, perhaps. Autoplay strikes again. Yeah, that is a great example, Brandon. X Games. It's like, here's a bunch of sports that are new, maybe not necessarily Olympic worthy or in the mindset. They're more aggressive. They're less the sports you played in high school. They're less international to an extent. Cool. Create your own thing. There you go. Yes, haptic gloves with tracking will transform VR. I completely agree. Devin Booth, yes, and so is BMX racing. BMX racing, there was a gold medal in BMX this year. And I believe, I'm not sure, didn't the United States? Well, Brad, I could absolutely make the argument that gaming is skill-based as well, and that it takes a physical skill to an extent. You know, where do we draw the line on what is a physical skill? I mean, the minute you are dealing with hand-eye coordination and dexterity, you've really gone into the world of physical skill. Now, we can argue whether it's a cardiovascular. I mean, there's no comparing golf to cycling when it comes to the amount of conditioning and effort for the cardio aspect of things. Sure, curling is physical, E-Money. Absolutely it is. It involves precision, hand-eye coordination. It requires a certain amount of dexterity. No, you're not running the marathon. No, you're not. But it is absolutely physical. But again, you just heard my argument for gaming being physical. It's just, where do you draw the line? These are great arguments, by the way, and over the years, with, you know, in my lifetime, I've heard people argue whether golf was a sport. Oh, you're just swinging clubs walking around the park. All right, go play 18 holes and tell me it's not thoroughly exhausting. People say, have accused racing. You know, we're all racing fans, so we don't think of it this way, but a lot of more couch potato type people or anti-racing people, not couch potato, that was the bad wording, anti-racing people, they have accused auto racing of not being a sport. Well, what does it take to sit in a car and drive around in a circle all day, having no understanding of the amount of conditioning it takes to be able to do that? You take those people, make those comments, I guarantee you there's no way they could do a 500-mile race in a NASCAR. Forget their ability to drive the car. They couldn't take what it takes to sit in that cockpit and do it for 500 miles. So anyway, great argument. I love that, and that's why, again, you guys are the star of the show, because I'd rather sit here and have these conversations than talk about little ticky-tack news like the fact that Lego now makes an Aston Martin 007 model with an ejection seat even, I believe I heard somewhere. Anyway, good way to change back to the news topic on that. Thanks for your guys' thoughts on it, though. I do appreciate it. But yes, Lego, they are expanding their high-end level of cars, all those. It's, you know, you think about it, what is it? That's Legos for us. You know, all us kids at heart who grew up on Lego, who now can afford $400 kits. Yeah, they'll make them for you. Trying to lose weight? No, I'll stick with my bad habits. Thank you. How elite esport athletes whip themselves into shape to compete. I have a personal belief. Now, I'm not trying to get in an argument on this topic, but I actually do believe there's a correlation between even things like hand-eye coordination, dexterity. I know for me there's a huge correlation between and being fit, or fitter than you are. And, you know, I'm overweight right now for me, and it does take a little bit of a toll on certain things. But the main thing for me is I find that the more physically fit I am, the sharper my brain gets simultaneously. Now, I'm not saying, again, please understand, I'm not saying that anyone can do anything any way they want to. For me, on a personal level, I have experienced that physical fitness affects my sharpness and my brain. Anyway, how elite esport athletes whip themselves into shape to compete. This is now getting into that level. We talk about gaming not being physical. Maybe the activity at the controller isn't, but maybe what it takes mentally, maybe what it takes to just be full of testosterone and ready to go is what it takes. HDR, so this is high res, you know, the ultra high res. Come on, Sean, brain is mush. I need to get fit. See, I'm not working out and my brain's going to mush. Benchmark showing just how much of an impact it takes when you run HDR compared to standard high res graphics. Using AMD cards, you're looking at about a 2% hit, and with NVIDIA cards, you are using getting a 10% hit, which jumps up to 12% when you go all the way up to 4K. So this is at the Guru of 3D, and if you're interested in that, another article here at eTechnics saying NVIDIA GPUs take massive hit penalty when HDR is enabled, using, I'm sure, some of the same data that was high dynamic range. Thank you, Dave Blair. Thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. It's exhausting. It can be exhausting. Fitness goes a long way sometimes in ways we don't even think about or know. A lot of people send me emails asking me my recommendation on monitors. And I am not a monitor expert. I'm running on monitors that are good 6 years old right now. But here's an article at Tom's Hardware talking about what you need, what you're going to get, where you can cut a corner versus where you're not going to want to cut a corner. And if you're looking to buy a new monitor, you might want to go to Tom's Hardware and see this how to choose a PC monitor article that they did. The other day we were looking at that car, that image, the fins. You remember? It was the gills, I call it, the intake vents on the side of the F1 car. We were looking at some of the front wing slats, and I believe it was Race Department that figured out it was an F1 car. But anyway, GT Planet has an article here talking about, and I guess I had just forgotten that this car was coming to the game, but it was a pretty easy pick because they had actually announced it. But here you go. Those fins, those gills, yes, that is from the W08 F1 car of Lewis Hamilton that will be coming out in, when is that? Is that the day after tomorrow? The big GT patch? 1440 is the way to go. The dual bezel monitors like that. Yes. Oh, and this is kind of a bummer. So it's not going to be next year. Maybe it'll be next year, they say. But Formula One has scrapped their plans for a Miami Grand Prix in 2019 after city chiefs delay crucial vote. You know, it's funny. You try to have a street circuit, and not all the companies, businesses, and places are thrilled because it might be literally making it impossible for them to conduct business. So you make the announcement, and then all the local businesses come to their congressman or senator or whatever and are like, what are you, or councilman, and are like, what are you doing? You're going to kill my business. If I'm out of business for 2 weeks, I can't pay rent. Anyway, that's part of it, and I think they are really trying to get I couldn't believe the timeline they are working with. Anyway, they've backed that off to where now they are considering it for 2020, which is too bad because we were kind of planning like an informal meeting at that race. We'll have to come up with something better. Article here just made me laugh. TheGuardian.com talking about meet the real life farmers who actually play. They don't put actually, I said it. Farming simulator. And anyway, these guys, apparently they work their farm all day long. This farm's in the mountains. Wonder what he's growing. And then go home and play Farm Simulator. Brandon, you in the chat? You go home and you want to do your day job all night when you get home? Or you want to sim race? You know, when I was racing every day, or not every day, but a lot, I would go home and race. So if you make racing my day job, I'll still go home and sim race. Mountain Dew organizing an online Rocket League tournament for amateur players. So if you're not pro, if you're not on a big team, but you are good at Rocket League, you might want to get in. Could be a cool tournament. Do I have a date on this? This article here is at indiannoob.in. That was 2 N's. Indian, 2 N's, noob.in. And this is coming launching July 14th. Why am I talking about it on July 25th? And why is this article from yesterday? Yeah, I check my dates usually unless I forget. Tournaments are going to take place in the UK, Denmark, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. Amateur teams of 3 from each country will compete in rounds. So there you go. That's coming up. PC Gamer talking about EVGA's GTX 1080 for the win. DT is just $450 right now. That is one of the cheaper prices I've seen on a standard 1080. Not bad. Mountain farming equals cash crop. Yep. Brain Surgeon Simulator. That'd be fun. Another video, Jalopnik, and another one that made me laugh, but it was a video of VW Scirocco flipping 3 times. And I don't think I would have played this except for last night in our Project Cars. We had a bit of this going on. So I kind of like, oh, that looked like us last night. Whoops. There you go. But that's at Jalopnik. If you want to see the full video, I'll keep that to under 10 seconds to be safe. New National Sports Association created to cater to esports. This is in the Philippines. But don't be surprised. I mean, you think of like football, and then it became the NFL. You think about baseball, then it became Major League Baseball. As things grow, at some point we get organizations that try to get on top of it or ahead of it. I think of like the International Sim Racing Association and Federation and various different groups of those. Similar kind of thing. But we are seeing things getting more and more organized, and that's going to happen. That might be the story of next year. The story of this year was the explosion of esport. The story of next year will be the organization and streamlining of esport and how it becomes available to all of us to watch, participate, and make heroes of. iRacing has an article here talking about Mola surviving New Hampshire mayhem for the first win of the year for him, and this is in the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze series. It went on yesterday, and you can watch the video. This is it's Race Spot that does that video. Oh, you're gonna find that on the new iRacing esport channel. If you want to watch the actual race, looks like there's a giant incident, as they said in the write-up. He avoided mayhem for his first win of the season, so congratulations to him, big winner in the toughest oval series on Earth. I'll say that. I have no problem making that statement. Sim Race Hardware News Test Blog did it again. They found another incredible wheel, steering wheel Smart F1 GT. It will be as you want. This is pretty elaborate. That is actually a cell phone clipped in to the front of this. So we were joking about, like, if you want to play iOS games or Samsung games, I don't care if this has a quick release and will work on my sim. You mean I can take that and play those games on the airplane with my clip on my wraparound wheel? Remember that one? It is on Race Spot as well. Thank you, Steam. Yeah, everyone lost their headlights in our race. We were running in horrible weather at night on a road, on a street track, the Pacific Coast, and then the Azure circuit on Project Cars, and everybody lost their headlights. And I literally couldn't finish the race because I got to a spot where I crashed, and I couldn't even figure out where I was, and I finally just gave up. PC Master Race. Glorious PC Master Race. May our frame rates be as high as our temperatures low. Anyway, here's a cool looking rig. This guy's running triple GTX cards. The reason I'm pointing this out is it's a good looking rig, and I always like seeing nice looking rigs. The other thing is, see that what he's done here with the canopy? This has been one of my plans for a long time, and I talk about removing distraction when sim racing. If you want to take your sim racing seriously and win races, hit your marks every time, you need to get rid of that distraction. So my monitors make me happy as far as size go, but I don't like that I can see my room around them. That's what annoys me, not the size of the screens. Look at this. So I always want to build one of these canopies. Look at that overhead. It's going to block his peripheral vision above. He's got these drop downs. It's just blacking it all out. So all you're going to see are the monitors themselves. I thought that was very clever. Well done. Nicely done. I see they have a sim experience wheel on that one. Don't know if any of you guys saw that. I see it. Why is this here? Oh, a write-up on Motorsport Manager Mobile 3. I still haven't had a chance to play it. I want to, but time is short. But if you're looking for more on it, whether it's worth getting, toucharcade.com did a full write-up on it. I mean, it's only $3.99, which isn't too much money. I want to try that out. I hope that's fun. That would be a good... you know what? I'm going to try to get that today. I need a different game to play other than Candy Crush. Okay, I'm not going to go into much on this. I will watch it because I want to know their take on it. I want to know how they present it and how that compares to how I perceive that it played out. Eurosport has an article here talking about F1 announcing the eSport Pro Draft documentary that is in the works. First installment actually begins today. The documentary will be released in 4 episodes and broadcast on Facebook. Select TV broadcasters, and the first installment will begin today at 2000 BST. I don't know what time that is, but I am dying to watch that video. We will not be having a watch party. Also, Formula1.com has a write-up here. Watch the first look at the new F1 Esport Facebook documentary. So, again, this is the real deal. Episode 1, July 25th. Episode 2, August 22nd. Episode 3, September 5th, and Episode 4, the final one, September 26th. No, we're not doing any rants. We're not doing any rants. We've said our piece on it, so it would just be beating a dead horse kind of rant. So, no, but I want to watch that to see how it compares to my thoughts, and I'd love your guys' thoughts on not only my opinion or take and, you know, even my rant, but also what you think of the documentary and how the whole thing played out. I'd love your thoughts and opinions. Something else that I'm not going to turn into a rant, but, you know, I'm a very honest person, and I'm always more than willing to point a finger at myself as quickly as I'll point a finger at anybody else on planet Earth. I haven't read the article, but I looked at the topics in the article. But there was a lot of controversy with the last Spa 24-hour. And for the most part, it came down to course cutting and the penalty system and what they did. So here's an article at SimRacing 24/7, and they are talking about the problem with the special events and various different things that went on. In this case, track limits. Another topic, smurfing, and that's the one that hits a little home with me. We actually made the top split on the back of Renee. Renee has, you know, 5,000 plus I rating. The rest of our team has a much lower rating. And you got to kind of wonder, where is that fine line between right and wrong, and what do you call the top split? Who belongs there or doesn't belong there? And how should you judge or score a team? Should it be based on the efforts of your top driver? Should it be a team average? Is that not of consequence? I mean, honestly, to an extent, why isn't it not just coming down to qualifying? You know, they're letting points on a team event of one driver dictate who's in what split. Why not qualify the team in? Again, that would still be on the back of one driver. But it's a tough call, right or wrong. But I will acknowledge that I have about a 2,600 I rating. That's about where I hover. I don't get to do enough racing. And basically, you know, that split could have a I rating of, you know, 6,000 even. So anyway, there's a whole article. If you watch that race or you want to know behind the scenes of what upset some of the drivers, SimRacing 24/7 has a cool write-up on it. You can check that out. Oh, that takes us to the end of the show. So tonight is Attack the Track. I am back. Attack the Track, Circuit Le Mans. This is in Assetto Corsa on Sim Racing System. We will be there tonight at 6 p.m. on this channel, the Sim Pit Crew channel. That's where anything live is going to be seen, whether it be Attack the Track or our races, which will be tomorrow night. But tonight we are at Circuit Le Mans in the Corvette C7R. And it should be pretty exciting. I have not turned any laps, so I am going to have about an hour to get up to speed and prepared for tomorrow night's race. And so just to give you an update on the rest of the week and what we have coming. We got Pitstop Monday through Friday, of course. Tonight, Attack the Track. Tomorrow night, SRS race from Circuit Le Mans. Friday night, we got Pocono in the trucks. Saturday at 1 o'clock, we've got Wreckfest. Sunday at 4 o'clock, we've got Forza. And then we start the whole week off again with Monday Fun Day, Tuesday Project Cars, and back to Wednesday Attack the Track. We race every night, trying to get it so that the patron group on priority has something every day of the week and as many sims to choose from. And we like to always make it available to everybody once we got our group in. So lots more coming, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes on all of those fronts. A little behind, but just like eSport, we're kind of putting it out there and trying to catch up with our news. So anybody who does want to run that truck series, make sure you've emailed me, and I will send an email out today or this evening. So if you think you're on the list and you haven't heard from me by tomorrow, please double check. That is going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed the show. Happy hump day. Thank you, Billy Strange, for the cool shirt. Congratulations, Franco, on the promotion. And I want all of you guys to get out there a race and be there at 6 o'clock, either racing with us or watching for our big Attack the Track at Le Mans. That's going to do it. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.